I'm John Robeson. I'm here in the Robeson Service Garage. We're looking at the Bentley Turbo R. This car is actually a good example of how to look at a car and find maintenance work that either has been done or hasn't been done. I'm going to show you some examples. First, we approach the tires, and let's just spin this. You have all this fine print on the tire. Come around it, see where it says DOT, and you see how at the end we have a code 4122. That means that this tire was made in week 41 of 2022. So right now, as I make this video in 2025, we're looking for tires that are newer than 2017 for safety. And the tread obviously is very good on the tire, but you can be fooled because you can get a tire that's 10, 15 years old that has good looking tread too, but it could come apart when you drive it. When we move under the car, see those green tags on the brake hose? Those tell you that these are replacement brake hoses and not the originals, and you always want to see that on a car like this that's 30 years old. Looking in here, you can see that the brake calipers are dry. There's no darkening of oil spots from leaked mineral oil, which again is what you want to see. You can see here that the spring stops. See, this is where the control arm goes up. These stops are not destroyed. That's a common thing we see on these cars. You can see the steering rack has got new boots, clean finish on it. That means it was serviced fairly recently. Looking up here, that black with the writing, that signifies a genuine Bentley oil filter on the engine. Those are all signs of good quality upkeep, and I like to think that this car is an example of that. We've certainly done a lot of upkeep on it in our shop here, and John Palma's done a lot on it, and other folks too through its ownership history. Looking here at the brake accumulators, see how they're dry, there's no leakage there, and even though you can't read a date code on them, you can see that they're fairly new, just looking at the green. So that's a good sign. We would back this up if we were checking the car out by testing how many pumps of reserve we have, but just what I showed you is a good sign. Here, this is the shield under the car. It's under the brake distribution valves. A lot of times you'll actually see hydraulic oil leaking out the ends of these, and the fact that this one isn't leaking indicates the valves inside are in good shape, and the tray itself has been removed and cleaned periodically, which it should be. Here we can see a fairly new fuel filter. You might ask, how do I know that? Well, look at the signs of age on the fuel lines, and you look at the absence of that on the filter. You can tell the filter is a much newer replacement. Moving back here, these are the subframe dampers, and obviously these are not new, but what you can see looking at the dampers is that they aren't leaking either. When the dampers go bad, you'll see them become all wet, and you'll see oil actually drip out that junction there where the top and bottom overlap each other. As we move back, you can see up here, these are the rear shocks. The shocks are not leaking. Bushings are good on the car. Same on the other side. This car actually has a new height control valve, and that's a bit of an interesting story. That's a genuine Bentley height control valve on the car, but it's new old stock. Bentley probably had those made 20-some years ago when these cars were in production. So now we purchase replacement parts, and the replacement valves sometimes don't work. So that's part of the, I guess, the frustration of taking care of older cars. That's a brand new valve that we installed because it stopped working. It's a seemingly very simple thing. You Might think, why would it fail? But they do. These are old cars and stuff like that happens. Another thing here that's kind of nice to see, this is your spare tire carrier. And I'm just going to show you the tubing and all is all solid and good. I see these cars come in and the structure is actually rusted out and it's about to drop the spare tire in the road. So that's a thing you want to be careful of that's not present on this car. Take a look here. See the color of this? The exhaust on these cars, on all your modern Crewe-era cars, is made from stainless steel. That's why it has that shiny look, and the exhausts on these don't really ever rust out. They can fracture in places like this. They can fracture from vibration, and if they do, you'll see black soot indicating that they're leaking. But it's not present on this car, and all the hangers are in place. Everything's in good shape. So another thing I'll point out is the general condition of the undercarriage. This black here, this is what the original undercoating on the car looks like typically after it's been seasoned by some decades of life. Originally, when this stuff was put on, it had more of a brownish hue to it, but as cars get older, if you have a car that hasn't been corroded or damaged but has been driven, it's going to look like this. So anyway, I hope this gives you an example of things to look for if you're looking underneath a Rolls-Royce or Bentley of this era. This is John Robeson at Robeson Service in Springfield, Massachusetts, and I'll see you next time.